I went online and I wrote a whole paragraph of how I felt connected to the candles and how it reminded me of my upbringing and my roots. And it blew up on TikTok, and people all around the US wanted them. And it was funny because I only had 10 of them. It was something new and something different. It was never a plan to create the business. It's something that grew organically. My name is Grecia Alfaro, and I'm the founder of Lucy Tierra, based in Mesquite, Texas. Lucy Tierra translates to light and earth, and light for me means highlighting the artisans behind our company and also bringing literal light to people's homes. And earth is where all of our pieces begin from. I want to bring a little piece of my homeland and my culture and my roots into people's homes. Our customers feel connected to Mexico through our candles. A lot of the artisans that we work with, they learned this from their great-grandparents, and it's been passed down through generations. And working with us, we're able to showcase their work. It's important to hold on to where you come from. My parents always put that in my upbringing, is that I needed to never forget where I came from and our humble beginnings. I'm first generation Mexican American. I was the first one to learn English, and so I was able to help my family from a really young age. So I've always wanted, I guess, to make something even more beautiful. So I would just go and get headbands and then stick fake flowers on them and sell them at school for $5. Originally, I wanted to become a kindergarten teacher. And then my senior year of college, I changed my career and I ended up in the nonprofit world for about 5 years. I loved it, but I still felt that I wanted to create something with my hands. Once COVID came, we got sent home, and that's when Marcos, my partner, said, "Why don't you make candles?" And one of the trips to the thrift store is what really brought me to these brown clay-looking containers that I felt instantly connected to Mexico. My apartment kitchen became a whole experiment of learning how to make them, and I made them into the Mexicanita collection. It was only like 10 of them, and I made them for me, but once I went online and I expressed how I felt about these candles, I think it was really people's reactions to them that made me want to create them for everyone else. It had gone viral. I ended up going to the flea market and I bought little Mexican cazuelitas. I made them and it went viral again. We started going to the flea markets almost every weekend, and they were like, "You wiped us out." We were using like our hallways, and it got to the point where it wasn't our house anymore. It was just like our warehouse. I had this idea of getting them straight from the source. It all started by going to markets in Mexico and asking around like who made this and who made these containers, and little by little we ended up with actual artisans. We were doing restocks on our website and everything was gone within a few minutes. I ended up quitting my job and going all in. It wasn't until we were already so far in that I was like, oh, this is a business. I think even now, like when we walk into the warehouse, we're still like, oh, we own a business. My mom works with me, Marcos, my partner, works with me, and then I have my sister, and I think that pushes me even more to continue growing it, because now I feel that I have a sense of responsibility of maintaining the business for not just me, but my family. We work with about 200 artisans across Mexico, and that includes about 14 companies. And in total for this year, we're estimating about 30,000 artisanal pieces that we're gonna receive. Every region in Mexico does have their own style, their own traditions. In places like Michoacan, they make pottery that's called capulineado, and it's using dots to create flowers or designs. We work with artisans in Oaxaca, and those are more earthy and raw. And then in places like Guerrero, they basically tell stories of life in Mexico. I don't ever want to make the artisans feel like I'm just taking their work and creating my own thing with it. I have a lot of respect for them and for all their hard work. And so that's why I always say that it was made in collaboration with so and so, because I think I see it as a collaboration of creating this candle. The number one thing that they've said is that they feel that their culture and who they are is being put out there and being shown to the masses. We've definitely had an impact by helping them continue their work and not let it, just be forgotten. So not only through the vessel, but also through our scents, I want to connect people to Mexico. So there's a blend of Café de Olla with a little bit of cinnamon.
Doesn't that remind you of our coffees in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. I like that.
So one of them, like Café de Olla, reminded me of freshly brewed coffee. And florals remind me like walking in courtyards in Mexico or drinking traditional drinks like horchata or strawberry fresas con crema. Like then we come back and we're like, okay, that's something that's really traditional to Mexico. Let's create it into a scent. If it wasn't because of my family coming here and seeking a better life and better opportunity, then I wouldn't have had the opportunity to chase my own American dream. I never want to forget where I come from. Although I live here in the US and I embrace that as well, I think it's really important for everyone to never forget our roots. I truly do see my culture and my heritage as being rich and vibrant and just full of beautiful traditions. And I want to embrace that and celebrate that and show it to the world.